Grand Rising and Shalom, everyone. I just want to make this quick little video here, quick little edification and video. I'm gonna start right into it. First off, I want to give all praise and glory to the Most High Yah for another beautiful day that He has made. Hallelujah, we'll rejoice in it. But I want to go into John 4. We're gonna go into the book of John in chapter 4. And I'm going to start in verse 4. And he, Yahusha, had to pass through Shomerah. So he came to a city of Shomerah called Shechem, near the piece of land Jacob gave to his son Joseph. And Jacob's fountain was there. So Yahusha, being wearied from the journey, was sitting thus at the fountain. It was about the 6th hour. A woman of Shomerah came to draw water. Yahusha said to her, "Give me to drink," for his taught ones had gone off into the city to buy food. The woman of Shomerah therefore said to him, "How is it that you, being a Yehudite, ask a drink from me, a woman of Shomerah? For Yehudim do not associate with Shomerah." Yahusha answered and said to her, "If you knew the gift of Elohim, and who it is who says to you, 'Give me to drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." I want to stop right there real quick because we see the conversation going on between the woman and Yahusha. And, the Yehudim, the Jews, didn't really associate with the people of Shomer, the Samaritans. Let's kind of look at that and look at it for today. We have those that are Yehudim that are supposed to be walking in the ways of the Most High and following Yahusha HaMashiach. And then we got the world, we'll say. We're supposed to have so much of the Father in us, the Spirit in us, that people are supposed to see us and be like, if you knew who they were talking to, they would ask of us and they would receive living water. We got to understand, Yahusha, he said that what he would do, we would do. He sent us into the world like the Father sent him into the world. So we got to start grasping that concept, grasping what he said, so that way we might start walking as he walked, so that our light will shine before men, so that they will glorify Elohim in heaven. But continuing on, in verse 11, the woman said to him, "Master, you have no vessel, and the well is deep. From where then do you have living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob, who gave us the well and drank from it himself, and his sons and his cattle?" Yahusha answered and said to her, "Everyone drinking of this water shall thirst again. But whoever drinks of the water I give him shall certainly never thirst. And the water that I give him shall become in him a fountain of water springing up into everlasting life." The woman said to him, "Master, give me this water, so that I do not thirst nor come to draw." Yahusha said to her, "Go, call your husband and come here." The woman answered and said, "I have no husband." Yahusha said to her, "You have well said, 'I have no husband.' For you have had 5 husbands, and the one whom you now have is not your husband. What you have said is true." The woman said to him, "Master, I see that you are a prophet. Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, but you people say that in Jerusalem is the place where one needs to worship." Yahusha said to her, "Woman, believe me, the hour is coming when you shall neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know, because the deliverance is of the Yehudim. Judah, pay attention to that. This is the words of the Mashiach speaking. Not any doctrine, not the Catholic Church, not your pastor. And these are Yahusha's words, the Messiah's words. We should be looking and studying from him what his words said, definitely above Paul when you twist them. Carrying on in verse 23. But the hour is coming, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. For the Father also does seek such to worship him. Elohim is spirit, and those who worship him need to worship in spirit and truth. I read all that, but my main focus was for those last two verses, because we're told by Yahusha to worship the Father in spirit and in truth. And what came to me this morning when I was reading on that was spirit and truth. We need to have the spirit in us, and we need to worship in truth, which when you go precept the word truth, you see that when you see truth, it's tied to the Father's word, the Father instructions. But what came to me was that, in our mind, we are supposed to worship and keep the Torah of Elohim. In our spirit, we're supposed to desire that. But Yahusha said spirit and truth, which would equate to action. The truth would be the word. And if you understand that the Father's word, you understand that the Father's word is indeed action. You can't just say the Father's word and say you're living by it. That's why he said you're supposed to live by. He used to say not to live by bread alone, but by every word that comes out the mouth of Yahuwah. So if you live by the word, it's going to be action. So your mind is going to serve the Most High. You're going to think on the things of the Most High. You could say spirit. And then truth is the word. And the word, like I said, is action. So you are walking it. You are doing the word. Hence, your worship of Elohim must be in spirit and truth. Obeying, he said in the beginning, if you obey my voice, I will take you as my people. Obeying is an action word. My children can say, I can give my children an instruction and they can say, yeah, I hear you, Dad. I hear your word. But if they don't follow what I told them, if they don't put my word into action, if they don't put that instruction into action, then they can say they didn't hear me. They didn't acknowledge what I told them in spirit and truth. You see what I'm saying? You can't go off of what we've been taught for so long, because what we've been taught for so long is contradicting the scriptures. What we've been taught so long does not line up with what the Most High said. Most High is not only wanting your thoughts, but he wants your actions to represent him. So if your thoughts and your actions are not representing him, then how can you say that, for one, you love Yahusha when he says, if you love me, obey my commands? And I'm reading what he's instructing people out of his mouth that's recorded. So how can you say you love him? And therefore, how can you say that you worship in spirit and truth if you don't do the truth part? Just a little something to think about this morning. And may these words resonate with you, and let them not be my words, but let them be the words that the Most High wants to speak to you, speak into your heart. With that said, I pray in the name of Yahusha that Father Yah will bless all of you and be with you all. And shalom.